Hi everyone, it's Anthony. I'm back with another video, and today I am doing an unboxing. Woo! I have just been really slacking on content creation, whether that be videos and reviews. It's just, you know, with everything going on right now and just how I've chosen to kind of react to current events and where I've chosen to kind of put my focus on for the past few weeks, couple of weeks. It just hasn't left me a lot of time or necessarily interest in doing skincare reviews and unboxings and stuff. So, but I'm learning that I still need to work in the things that I love to do as like a hobby and the things that kind of spark joy for me in order to keep a balance. I can't just abandon all of that stuff. And I love doing reviews and unboxings with you all, so I don't want to let that go. But today is kind of a special unboxing. I have just really been struggling with finding some quality sunscreens or sunscreens that really work for me. I found a few here and there over the past couple of years that I really like. The Claire Soft Airy UV Essence, the Crave Beauty Beach Shield. There's a Cosrx Aloe one that I was a fan of, but it's never been like knockout product after knockout product, and I just keep trying new stuff, and I'm finding that I'm becoming more interested in doing sunscreen reviews or testing sunscreens even more than some of the other products that I have in my routine, like toners and essences, because sunscreen just is one of those things that's just like hard to nail down to find like the perfect one. So I have been buying more sunscreens than I've been buying pretty much anything else right now. In fact, this will be a two-part unboxing, and it's all for one brand. But before we dive into that brand, I just, you know, as I'm talking about sunscreens that I have been trying, I want to call out some of the most recent ones. I haven't done full reviews on all of them yet. Like I said, I've just been kind of slacking on sitting down in front of my computer after work or on the weekends and writing out reviews. There's just other stuff going on, but I want to call them out. And it's not for good reasons. So the first one real quickly is the Sun Bum Face 50. I did post a review about this on my blog. It's like kind of a short review. It's an okay sunscreen, left to kind of a white cast ashy, and it was like kind of patchy white cast on my skin. So I'd have like streaks of it. Even after fully applying it, and I could go and rub them and move them around, but they'd kind of come back. So it just didn't work great for my darker skin tone, and just didn't seem like it was absorbing the way it probably should. And then the next one is this one. It's the Can Make. Everyone loves this one so much. It's the Mermaid something Can Make Mermaid Skin Gel UV, and this is the color 01, so this is like their clear one. This actually worked pretty well. It just once again left a white cast that built up over time. So by the time I applied like my third layer of it during the day, I would have pretty prominent white cast. It seemed to gather along my hairline, and then when I was wearing my glasses, I would have like the white streaks where it was kind of collecting around on my temples. So it was okay. It just, once again, white cast built up over time, and I think it's around 40 milliliters, which is pretty small. Sunscreens usually start off at 50, so this one's another pass for me. I'll write a review about it eventually. And then the one that I'm currently using as of today is the La Roche-Posay Anthelio 60 Cooling Water Lotion Sunscreen. This one, once again, I'm wearing it right now, and my skin does kind of have that very slight bluish, a little bit white casty, ashy tint. But I do like the feeling of this. It's very lightweight, and I'm on application number 3 of the day, and it doesn't really build to the point that it feels super greasy, but in the mirror it looks like my skin's almost dry looking. So I would prefer something with a little bit more of a dewy finish and 0 white cast, but so far it's not terrible. I think this one is my favorite out of the 3 that I just shared. So the Sun Bum, the Can Make, and this one I'm feeling like I like it the most. It can also be used for body as well, and it's 150 milliliters, so that's a pretty decent size. So all that being said, I've just been doing a lot of researching and looking into sunscreens that might work for me and not work for me. And I was curious to like do a brand review or find like a brand that is focused on SPF and kind of try out their full range of products, maybe something that was easily accessible. So I like doing brand reviews for products that you can just go out and grab. It's not like something you have to order specially on eBay or search for on Yes Style and wait for shipping, something that you can hop in your car, and now that stores are opening up again, you can go and grab the product. That's kind of how I like to do my bigger, like broader brand reviews. I did one for Sweet Chef, and that's a brand that you can go pick up at Target. So this is going to be a two-part review or a two-part unboxing because I placed one big order and then I was like, you know what, we're gonna just go for it. I didn't get every single thing from this brand. I only skipped out on their products that are specifically meant for baby and kids. And then I also skipped out on and it's Supergoop, by the way. Did I mention that? Supergoop. We're gonna be doing a Supergoop unboxing. Their Unseen sunscreen I already reviewed, and I listed it as something that I probably wouldn't purchase again just because of the finish it gave my skin. It was more like a primer and kind of mattifying, but I'm curious to go back to that one because I actually did pick it up because I want to see if now that my skin's changed and what I like, the finishes that I like have kind of adjusted, maybe I'll like it again. And then I skipped out on their SPF Setting Spray. It's called like Refresh Setting Spray. I used that last year and reviewed it, and the Unseen sunscreen, but I don't wear makeup anymore or foundation or anything, so I don't really need a setting spray. But other than that, let's dive into it because there's a lot to get through here, and then I'll post the part 2 when the other order comes in. And depending on when you see this, I might post them separately. I might stitch them together and do one big part 1 and 2 together, depending on where you see this. So part 1 is these boxes here, and let's dive in. I don't know which one's got which, like what's in one. So let's see. So this first one, oh, they just kind of toss it in here, huh? Okay, so, wow. Okay, so first things first, we've got the Supergoop Play. It's their SPF 50 Everyday Lotion. This is like their classic, I think this was their like original product that they released. And they just updated a lot of their formulations to make them reef safe. So they get rid of the, is it the oxybenzone that was in here, or one of those reef unsafe ingredients? They've removed it. So this is a chemical sunscreen. It's got avobenzone, homosalate, octisalate, and octocrylene as the UV filters here. And then it's also got, I believe there's, is it sunflower? Yeah, sunflower extract in here. There's a couple fragrant oils like lemon peel oil, orange peel oil, so something to keep in mind. But there's no added fragrance, no synthetic fragrance. It's just essential oils, which, you know, pick your poison there, literally. But they claim that it's supposed to be a really lightweight, easily absorbing, everyone can use it sunscreen with no white cast. And so this is the big boy size. It's 5.5 ounces and it's 162 milliliters. And I'll put the, I guess I'll put the links in the pricing below for everything. But SPF 50, so not too shabby, PA 4+, which is nice that they do a PA rating on some of their products because this is a US brand. They're based out of Texas. So there's that. Next up, we've got the Supergoop Play. This is their spray. It's their antioxidant body mist with vitamin C, SPF 50. Actually picked up 2 of these, and this one is avobenzone, homosalate, octisalate, octocrylene. So once again, reef safe. I picked up a lot of this because I'm going to be going to my cousin's wedding in Hawaii in August. And so I wanted to test out a lot of these reef safe products to see which ones I could take that I can take there while also it actually being effective. So got these. Its first ingredient is alcohol, which is kind of typical for these spray sunscreens. So for the body, I'd say for this stuff, Lots of citrusy oils. There's grapeseed oil in here as well. But yeah, this is mostly essential oils for fragrance plus some alcohol and your sun protectant. So this isn't really a skincare product in the sense that you might see some skincare benefits outside of just protecting your skin. So looks interesting. Decided to pick up two because I really burn through sunscreen quickly. And then this one I'm very, very curious about. It is their SPF 50 Supergoop Play. This is the body mousse. So it comes out in like a foam kind of mousse style format and then gets massaged in. This one is reef safe as well with avobenzone, homosalate, and octisalate. It's got, I was expecting to see alcohol at the top of the list, but this seems a little bit more skincare oriented. You've got pineapple fruit extract in here, sweet almond extract, apple fruit extract, cocoa seed. So some pretty interesting ingredients. I don't see, there's coconut oil in here too. Oh wow, and avocado oil. Interesting. So yeah, this, I just was really curious about the format, like that it comes out in a, can I look in this? Oh, whoops. Comes out in like a foam, like just like your hair mousse would. Can I put that back now? Uh-oh. Whoops. So yeah, I think the consistency is going to be interesting to try. So I was really looking forward to giving that one a shot. And then we have the Supergoop Glow Oil SPF 50. So this is a spray-on body oil. I think you might be able to use this on your face as well, but it's a totally clear oil for like shine and shimmer and to give you that kind of glowy look, but it has SPF 50 in it, which is awesome. So you still get that kind of glowiness, like, you know, that kind of body oil look, but you're being protected as well. So avobenzone, homosalate, octisalate, and octocrylene. Once again, another reef-safe product. This features shea butter, grapeseed oil, metafoam oil, coconut oil, argan oil, and it's in this like totally clear, but looks to be just kind of a lightweight oil. So I'm very, very interested to try this because once again, having something that's totally clear is not going to give you any white cast, but might enhance that glowy look. I'll be really happy to use. And then this is the Supergoop Glow Stick Sunscreen SPF 50. So this is another clear kind of oil-based product, but it's in a stick form. So maybe a little bit easier to throw in a bag, to throw on the go, and good for touch-ups. They have it's like a peel to open ingredients list, but avobenzone, octisalate, octocrylene in here. I'm not sure exactly what oils they're using, but this is something that you can just like pop the cap off and just, you know, wipe that sunscreen oil directly onto your skin. So maybe just for the convenience factor will be nice to use. So that's the Glow Stick Sunscreen SPF 50. We also have the Supergoop Sunscreen Daily Moisturizer in SPF 40 PA3 pluses. This is supposed to go on as a combo moisturizer and sunscreen. So typically I would do my moisturizer and then sunscreen is a separate product, but this is supposed to be 2-in-1. It is avobenzone, homosalate, octisalate combo in this one. It also has safflower seed cake extract, as well as, I believe there's like an algae in here as well, or like a seaweed, but its focus is on like lightweight hydration, but with the addition of that sunscreen. So this is something that you just use as in your AM routine, obviously, and I'm curious to see what the texture is like. I've only seen a couple reviews for it, and somebody did say that those with oily skin might find this to be a little too heavy, so I'm curious to give it a shot. You get 50 milliliters here. And that's another reason why I decided to go with Supergoop for this brand review, is because I do see some people over the years have reviewed their products kind of here and there, so you can find a review for just this one, a review for another one. And then I have seen some people do a brand review where they just scroll through the photos online, read the ingredients, and like, this is my review of it based on reading what I see on the website, which, you know, if you are a very experienced and knowledgeable kind of like skincare and SPF expert, that's that's very good information to have from that perspective to make your decision. But I didn't see anyone really doing a comprehensive, like, as it stands in even like, I think even the most recent like full brand reviews that had a majority of what they offered at the time are a couple years old. So I wanted to do kind of a, as it stands today in 2020, here's essentially their entire range without like the baby stuff, and there's one other product that I think I skipped out on. We'll have to see once I compare to what I actually ordered, and maybe in the actual brand review once because this is gonna take a while to put together. I'll probably miss the summer for it because this takes a lot, but yeah, in the actual review I post, I'll mention the things that I skipped out on. So anyway, so the end of box number 1 is going to have the Supergoop Play SPF 30 Lip Balms. One of these is in mint and one of these is in wild acai. So that sounds nice. These, I believe, are once again chemical filters, avobenzone, homosalate, octisalate, octocrylene. They also have safflower seed oil, sesame seed oil, soybean oil. So they're meant to help to like hydrate and nourish the lips while offering protection. And I'm a nut for SPF lip balms. I use them constantly. My current favorite right now is from a brand called Sunbum. Hopefully you can see that. This is their SPF 30 sun stick or sun lip balm with aloe and vitamin E. They come in a bunch of different flavors because those ones are actually flavored, not just scented. But I have mango, coconut, key lime, and watermelon. They also have a I think there's a pomegranate one, and did I say pineapple? I think there's a pineapple one as well. But yeah, I'm a big fan of SPF for the lips. I apply it pretty regularly, so I'm curious about these. And then in box number 2, we've got, this was kind of the, I think this, just based on what I'm seeing here, they put some of the, kind of did like the mineral stuff together maybe? I don't know, let's see. Wow, the first box, they just tossed it all in there with like a couple pieces of bubble wrap. This thing is like wrapped up so safely. Where do we start? Okay, so where do I want to start? Let's start with, let's start with these, why not? So these are Supergoop Play SPF 30 100% mineral body mists. So these use 12% zinc oxide as their UV protector. So reef safe, no chemical sunscreen in here. Rather than starting off with alcohol, we use aloe leaf juice. We've got safflower seed oil. There's some fatty alcohols in here as well. You've got jojoba esters, chamomile flower extract. So the ingredients list on this is a little bit more clean, I guess, if you're trying to avoid denatured alcohol, that kind of stuff. So this might be a little bit more usable on the face on a regular basis. I wasn't gonna get this because I just imagine I'm gonna spray it on and it's just gonna be like sheets of white cast being applied. But they do a really good job on their marketing to be like, any skin tone can use this. This is totally sheer, which so many brands say that, and then you spray it on, it's just like Casper makeup, or just like a Casper glow. It's like very, almost kind of, on my skin, kind of bluish, and it makes me look like I'm a little sick. So I was curious. I picked up 2 because even if it doesn't work perfectly on my face, I can use it on my body, and I typically don't have that much of a problem with a white cast on my arms or legs. And also I've got a friend coming with me on this trip, and he's lighter skinned than me, so it doesn't hurt to have, you know, if it has a white cast, then he can use it. So that's that on those 2. And then next up, we've got another mineral product. This is the Supergoop Zinc Screen 100% Mineral Lotion. SPF 40. So this is supposed to have a slight tint to it, but nothing too major. It uses zinc oxide 13%. So it's supposed to be a mineral sunscreen that pretty much anybody, any skin tone can use to a certain extent. And I picked this up because Dr. Dre reviewed it on YouTube, and it's also PA 3+. Dr. Dre reviewed this on YouTube, and she applied it and it didn't look like it left any sort of cast or tint. She's fairer skinned, but she said that even so, those with maybe a deeper skin tone could potentially use this. So 50 milliliters, and yeah, if it works out, I'm still hunting for that mineral sunscreen that truly does leave a fairly minimal white cast, because that does seem to be the magical product, or the non-existent product, is like a zinc sunscreen that actually can work for darker skin tones with like 0 white cast. They either have they either leave that white cast, or it does have zinc oxide in it, but there's something else. There's like a chemical sunscreen in there to help boost the UV protection, because they use a lower percentage of the zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. So this is just straight up zinc oxide. I don't think there's any chemical filters in here at all. So curious to see about that. Then we've also got the Supergoop, the Supergoop Glow Screen SPF 40. This is supposed to work. It has avobenzone, octisalate, octocrylene, so this is a chemical product, but it's supposed to help to really enhance the glow and the dewiness of your skin. I believe it also has a tint to it. I think it might have that kind of goldish tint that's on the packaging, that reflective wording. And so I think this one also has the purpose of being used kind of like a primer. I don't use makeup over top, so who knows, I might end up using another sunscreen on top, just depending on the finish that I see here. But I would like it if it did do a tiny amount of coverage, or like maybe pore blurring, or just making my skin tone look more even. I'd appreciate that, not necessarily expecting it, but this is their latest product launch, so I figured I would give it a shot. Then we've also got the Daily Correct CC Cream Broad Spectrum Sunscreen SPF 35. So this is a 100% mineral sunscreen CC cream. This is the shade medium. They only have, I think, 3 or 4 shades. And this one, it's lighter than my skin tone, but not by too much. Titanium dioxide 2%, zinc oxide 20%, so 100% mineral filters here. And I got this because it almost sounded like it might be the mineral version to the Glow Screen. And I'm curious to get back into trying, like, not necessarily, like I had a BB cushion that I was using, but so maybe not getting into, and then I would set it with powder. I was doing a whole bunch of stuff last summer, so I'm not necessarily looking to get full on back into that, but if I can find like a nice, like, lightweight moisturizing, like, CC cream, or maybe a tinted moisturizer, I wouldn't mind trying it, just to kind of like balance skin tone and that type of thing. Just something very subtle and not too, I'm not looking for like full coverage makeup or anything like that, just a little something. And so I decided to give this a try because it also has SPF in it. So we'll see with those mineral filters what that ends up looking like. Then we've also got the Invincible setting powder. This is SPF 45 in deep. This is a brush style setting powder that also has a tint to it. I got this with the explicit purpose of using it during the my cousin's wedding, because it's gonna be out on the beach. It's probably gonna be hot and sweaty, and I'm not gonna be able to dip away to like maybe not even have time to dip away and reapply sunscreen, but I don't want to end up being like a sweaty mess the whole day. So I'm hoping that this, I'll be able to use it to just kind of not only touch up sunscreen maybe along my forehead where I'm a little bit sweaty, but also just to like keep things kind of matte or reduce that oil and shine that I'm going to get being outside for the day. So it looks like this has like the little applicator here in the middle, and then this gets pushed down, and that's how it applies. I'm curious to see, I've seen it mentioned I saw a review for this product, that when you go to apply this little plastic thing where the product actually comes out can be a little aggressive because it's like rubbing. It has the potential to rub against your skin. So I'm curious to see how that works out. But that is the Invincible setting spray, or setting powder, SPF 45, and this is the color Deep. So don't know, even if I love this, I don't know if it would ever be a repurchase because, oh, it says remove and discard the plastic pin. Okay, maybe the person that reviewed it just didn't do that, or didn't read it, because they were complaining that that thing was really annoying. You just take it out. Huh, I already debunked that review. Okay, yeah, even if I end up really liking this, it really has the explicit purpose of being something that I'm using for a special event that's gonna be outside in the heat and the humidity. Otherwise, like I mentioned before, I'm not really big into like doing multiple steps that are like more makeup steps. I just stick to like the skincare and the SPF. So these two, and the last product, which is the Shimmer Shade Broad Spectrum Sunscreen SPF 30. This is an eyeshadow in the color Deep. So I'll go ahead and crack this open. So it's got this like kind of chocolatey tone to it, but I guess they add some shimmer, but it's also a sunscreen. I don't think I'll use this on my eyes. I think I'm just gonna use it maybe like on the apples of my cheeks very, very mildly for the event, just to add some more glow to my skin. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna practice before I go to Hawaii, but yeah, I'd like to have that kind of like sun-kissed look, nice even tone without having to like go out and actually tan, because what would all this SPF be for? So these are my three, like, I'm gonna do something special for the wedding. And who knows, I might put all this on and be like, honey. So this might have just all been a waste, but I wanted to experiment with it, and I think it would be something fun to try. So these are the three kind of like tinted products that specifically are used almost like a makeup product. So those are those, and that's it for part one. This is a very large sampling of what Supergoop has to offer already, but there's a few more products that I picked up that I want to share with you all that I'll be incorporating either right now, boop, or in a second video to come in a few days. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are on the brand Supergoop, if there's some products that you've used in the past that you like or dislike, what your recommendations are for application, if you have any tips or tricks for maybe incorporating these three to make a look. But yeah, other than that, thank you again and stay glowing. Bye.